Hello, everyone. It's Darlene Corbett again, the Unstuck expert. Staying on the theme of the imagination, I'm going to put my glasses on because I want to read some quotes to you. But we're going to start with this quote from the Bible. This quote states, it's from Psalms. As I told you, I am a woman of faith. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Now, no matter what you think about the idea of God, if you have faith like I do, or if you don't, but being still is a wonderful way to evoke the imagination. Some people don't like quiet and stillness. And some stillness requires you to empty your mind, not to imagine. That's pretty difficult to do. You have to be very, very disciplined, a very good meditator, such as some of those monks in Tibet, other people also. But I'm not talking about being still to empty your mind. Be still to see what can pop into your mind, to evoke the imagination, to invite ideas to come. I just saw something. I was looking for some other biblical quotes about the imagination, but nothing really came to mind that I thought was a positive message. But a woman that wrote an article about the imagination, I forget her name, but she said it's like a screen, a movie screen in your mind. And I think that's true. Whoever she is, I give her credit because I didn't come up with that idea. But yes, think about your movie screen. Think about it as an empty canvas where you can create. And there's actually a quote I'm going to read to you in a moment that states that. But I thought of that long ago because I didn't come up with a quote, but I always in hypnosis use the sky when there's sunrise and sunsets as if an artist took paint from their palette. They have different colors onto a canvas, about to create something new, something magnificent, something unique, a masterpiece in the sky, nothing else like it. And in hypnosis, as I've talked about, you invite the imagination to come forth because people have to be able to visualize that. But we will save hypnosis for later. How about that? I've been giving you some visualizations anyway, which does tap into your imagination. But I want to give you a few more quotes and we can talk about them. The great Albert Einstein, he said, the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Well, I think some people would agree there's different kinds of imaginations. Also, people can acquire knowledge, but what do they do with it? You can be very knowledgeable. You can be a great reader. You can be someone that reads the vocabulary of every sentence and looks up the definition. Yes, you can acquire great knowledge, but can you use that knowledge to spur the imagination? We all have imaginations. We're all capable of acquiring knowledge, but we're gifted with this treasure trove that we call the imagination. It's how we use it. Let me give you another quote by Einstein. He said, let's see, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. All inventions and creations have to have a source from the imagination. Otherwise, well, we'd still be in caves, not using the wheel, would we? The imagination. Whatever you think about Christopher Columbus, I was taught as a child to honor him. Whatever his flaws are, he had to have a vision that the world was not flat. And he did. America wouldn't be here without him, the United States. He was able to get beyond and recognize that there was more to this earth than a square. There's so many other people going before, going forward, that their imagination is what helped not just be creating beauty and masterpieces in the museum, which there are many, but also innovation, making our lives better. What would we do without the imagination? So Einstein is absolutely correct, in my humble opinion. Okay, here's another one. This is from Henry David Thoreau. And for those of you who know literature, even a little bit, even he was a transcendentalist. I'm not saying the word transcendentalism. Yeah, transcendentalist. He lived in Concord, Mass, I believe. And I think the 1700s. This is his quote about the canvas. The world is but a canvas to the imagination. And that's what I talk about. Think of your mind if it's blank. Again, invite the imagination. Invite painting on the canvas. What a lovely quote, isn't that? It's just so artistic, majestic. Let's see, moving right along. Indulge your imagination in every possible flight. Jane Austen. Beyond the clouds of reality lay the wonder of imagination. I can't see who's saying that, but somebody's saying that. Now, the great Muhammad Ali, very controversial, but very sincere to his beliefs. The man who has no imagination has no wings. He is so right. And the thing about Muhammad Ali, I love this quote, but he says, and perhaps I'm paraphrasing, I said I was great before I was great. So he imagined himself probably far more ahead than where he was way back when he was an unknown. I imagined myself as great before I was great. I think we all have to invite our imaginations to help us go forward, see something better than what we are now. Let's see what else we have here. All right. You have all the reason in the world to achieve your grandest dreams. Imagination plus innovation equals realization. There you go. Imagination plus innovation equals realization. That's something for you to consider. Now, let's see. There's a couple. These are beautiful. I just can't wait to share them. This is by Carl Sagan. Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere. I think that's true. If we just sit there and become stagnant and say, oh, well, I'm not going to think about anything new or try to develop something in my mind new, he's right. It's not going to go anywhere. But these are the two I really, really like. How about this one? This is really something. Everything that is real was imagined first, from the Velveteen Rabbit of all things. But that's so true. Everything that is real was imagined first. Oh my goodness. That is so right on. Imagination brings us to far places and sometimes spurs more ideas, as I've said before. All right, here's another one. This is gorgeous also. The imagination is the golden path to everywhere. Golden path to everywhere. Think of that. Think of your imagination. Let it grow. Again, seed it and sow it and let it grow. Let it be like those perennials we talked about. Let's see if there's anything else. Worry is a waste of imagination. That's true. This is from Walt Disney. Look at him. Look at his imagination and all the people that have gone forth past him, developing and making Disney not just fun for the little kids, but for adults too. But we do need to clear the clutter sometimes. I do that also in hypnosis. I suggest a technique, clear the clutter and relax. And then perhaps A fleeting opportunity will come into your mind, or the possibilities. If you're cluttered with worry, there's no room for the beauty of your imagination to grow. And let's see. All right. I think that's pretty much, let's see. Imagination. Yeah, we just talked. I think there's one more here. Again, yeah, Einstein said imagination is greater than knowledge, but is more important. The human race is governed by its imagination. Thomas Acting Macaulay. I can't quite say it. But just think about all these quotes. Einstein was brilliant and he had knowledge, obviously, but he used his imagination. And I've talked about this before, I believe, but I'm going to share it with you again. He was inspired by a dream. He saw some kind of comet or a meteor coming out, and his theory of relativity was founded. Obviously, that's rudimentary. It's not, he had to really think about it, but it tapped into his mind, that imagination. He remembered that dream and thought about it and used his imagination and knowledge to take it. Well, look where he took it. How about that? So, everyone, what do you think about the imagination? Are you using yours to the best that you can to get you unstuck? That's what this is all about, getting unstuck. But getting unstuck again can mean creating something new, a new chapter, a new ability to see the world in a different color, through a different lens. All right, everyone, we'll talk more about the imagination tomorrow. In the meantime, when the teacher is ready, I forgot, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I am again humbly the teacher, as well as even more humbly the student, as I will remain all the days of my life. Come back for more and to learn more about me, DarleneCorbett.com.